Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and this is your
So much talk of AI and big tech today.
Photo News Fix. First up, Sony Alpha Rumors has shared a Tamron patent showing a lens design for a 28-70 f2. Now, before I go any further, I did some digging looking for more information from other sites than just Sony Alpha Rumors, and what I discovered is that the patent was granted back in October of 2025. Nonetheless, I didn't hear about it, and thanks to Sony Alpha Rumors for clearly being short on rumors this week, I am talking about it right now. Now, with that being said, there's not much info to go off of at the moment, but if Tamron can pull this off in a quality way, it would be a big deal. Now, it would be a big deal for a few reasons. One, Sony's 28-70 f2 is $3,350, and two, if Tamron's making it, then there's a good chance that it ends up coming to the Nikon Z mount, where Nikon is the only brand of the big three without a 28-70 f2. And lastly, it probably would be a little more economical for the casual shooter who can't drop over 3 Gs but wants an f2 zoom. Now, do you think this lens is real? Let me know down below. This fix is brought to you by Storyblocks, which has been an invaluable asset for us for well over a decade at this point. Storyblocks gives us unlimited access to royalty-free photos, videos, music, sound effects, vectors, motion backgrounds, and so much more for one subscription cost. On top of that, there's a Storyblocks plugin for Adobe Premiere Pro that allows you to search all of Storyblocks right from Premiere, and that is such a time saver. We pretty much use something from Storyblocks in every single video that we make. In fact, since January is my birthday month, here's a clip of an Asian family celebrating my birthday a week early. Now, for more information and to sign up, head on over to storyblocks.com/fro. Next up, is Apple trying to end Adobe Suite's dominance or just take a page out of their playbook?
What does it all mean?
Apple just announced something called Apple Creator Studio, which is a brand new subscription bundle that includes Final Cut Pro for video editing, Pixelmator to reimagine and edit images, Logic Pro to produce music, along with Motion, Compressor, and Main Stage. On top of that, Apple mentions apps that are already included with your computer, like Keynote, Pages, Numbers, and Freeform, but with added AI features.
And I want to help you.
Now, all of these apps not only work on your desktop, but they're also built for use on the iPad. Now, the cost for the bundle is $12.99 a month or $129 a year, which in theory isn't terribly too bad. On the flip side, you can still purchase standalone versions of those 3 apps that I mentioned at the beginning. Now, Apple didn't go into much detail about what's different between the standalone apps and the bundle, or if they will offer any sort of deal for people who already forked over some money. We also don't know if Apple will be adding any other apps into the fold at this time. In its current form, this is not an Adobe Creative Suite replacement for me, as we edit in Premiere Pro here at the studio. We use Adobe Audition, we use Photoshop, and of course, Lightroom. Now, speaking of Lightroom, Apple missed a huge opportunity years ago by killing off Aperture, which was an alternative to early Lightroom. Might they have something up their sleeve to resurrect it?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go with probably not, but what do I know? I just make videos here on the internet. What do you think about this bundle idea? Will you be picking it up, or would you like to see them ever bring back Aperture? And finally, does Canon have another VCM lens up their sleeve in 2026?
What are you talking about?
Well, according to Canon Rumors, the answer to that question might be maybe? Damn it! Canon Rumors went ahead and showed a recent patent filing showing the already released 20mm 1.4 VCM lens, but their focus is on 2 specific designs that were shared in that patent. Now, based on these designs, they think it could also show us a possible 14 1.4 VCM, and that kind of makes sense when you realize that all VCM lenses share pretty much all the same dimensions with different optical designs. Now, personally, I never will understand a prime 20 in this day and age, but a 14-1.4 certainly would be an interesting lens for astrophotographers, and maybe I could see using it in photojournalistic work, though I personally would prefer a faster wide zoom lens like a 12-20 f2 if I had my way. While we're at it, I do have a question for you. Does anyone out there think a 14mm is a good lens for landscape? Because I don't. At the end of the day, the VCM line of lenses all share a very similar form factor, like I said just a few minutes ago, and I don't think it's out of the question that we might see a 14-1.4 sometime in 2026. Soon. And there you have it. That's your photo news fix this time around. Thank you very much for watching. Jared, PolinPhonosPhoto.com. See ya.